tonight.
His skills, his accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes far between.
$70 yards and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've
to throw, it's Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Cobb.
on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a way, and now that they've coughed it up,
and they'll be let out by their third-year quarterback.
it's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team...
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not. Jet sweep it instead. A give to Hall up the middle. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 41. Play opening drive, and this is third and short. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught. And
detail. They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Players on any football team, that's a big day.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's
holding him to a field goal. That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
Holiday shoppers, partner, are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And taken down just shy of the 40. Three nothing after one on EA's. Purdy. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Purdy looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond. That would give right side McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then
get this to about the 38. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A quick throw there is incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And he'll only get, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly, but no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 20. Now Samuel. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. The Niners sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle to take up the space and let the linebackers run free. But he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 1:58 left to. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. Now Rodgers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Purdy now to throw.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he brings...
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
In motion right, Debo. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
Throw left 7. They'll lose a yard on the play.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he
another referee.
Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the This is McCaffrey. Tackle made Frank Clark.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need is they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting
the coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. On play action, Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the 1st down marker.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Hall on a give up the middle. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On the counter, Carter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
That's caught left side by Hardman. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down. Stay in bounds. Keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Right back to Mitchell here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they
have to think we'd see a timeout right away. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
A give here to Mitchell. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way, because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Davis Price going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3.
Seal it.
Extra point try now for Moody.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Ty Davis Price. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 2 touchdowns, 24 seconds to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Rodgers and hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be. First of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now 2nd and 4.
Rodgers now to throw.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we will get a timeout with 2. Rodgers, we've seen this before. So the victory here for San Francisco.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score.
tonight.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Right to the air is Rodgers.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first
Heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face it. Here's Rodgers to throw.
start a ball game. That's twice in a row now.
And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
This is a punt situation on 4th.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really...
He said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Partner, sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
2nd and 6.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and a tackle because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. Other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You look at this Niner defense.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
Yeah, they just held them to a field goal. So to them, that was an almost complete performance because, you know, when you really shut someone out, that's complete. But that's pretty darn good, isn't it?
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And Mitchell going to have a 49ers 1st down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line.
Shotgun handoff, then puts it on the carpet. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Yeah.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touch.
Returns to the field.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. This is McCaffrey on the give, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So 1st and 10 now.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. Ayuk going to go in motion right. Here's Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Purdy will set up to throw it here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this down to the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's in sync now. They've got another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On the draw, it's Hall, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Jake Bailey now. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Back to throw, Purdy. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, what a catch by Samuel.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Purdy off the play fake. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points of the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now Samuel.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He finds his man complete. It's Hall. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Paul on a give up the middle.
And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now it's Rodgers. Going up top. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
They'll run with Hall.
It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And only a yard this time as he... Taken down right around the 26.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Niners set to take over on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Purdy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Purdy looking to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the counter, Mitchell. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And Mitchell going to have a 49ers first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line. Once again, it's Mitchell.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Mitchell. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 1:50 remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Fighting Hardman.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On first and 10, here's Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
Here comes second down at 5.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And a completion to Wilson.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, first and 10.
Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman.
Now first and goal.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Rodgers to throw once more. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Now a give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because